So this is the morning after day 3 of microdosing. Still been really good, really beneficial. I was pretty tired yesterday. I tried about probably about a half of the normal amount, if that, probably less than that, of what I normally do. So maybe normally I do 0.1 grams, so a tenth of a gram. This was about 0.03 grams before I went to bed. A lot of what psilocybin does is kind of helps. Some of it is like mimicking sleep, and then some of it, a lot of it is just shuts down, not shuts down, but helps kind of calm down, I suppose, your default mode network, which is kind of a network in your brain of, it's like your self-talk, your self-introspection and self-analysis. It's where what part of your brain does that, and it's kind of your self-talk, which is why a lot of people with depression or anxiety or OCD get stuck in these negative feedback loops, because that default mode network can be overactive or overconnected. A lot of your brain gets overconnected with depression, and it just kind of gets stuck in those loops. And psilocybin literally can help rewire a lot of those neural pathways, and just you kind of have a lot more, I guess it's just less of that negative self-talk, less, that default mode network isn't as active. That's definitely what I've been experiencing. I don't really have that negative self-talk, even a little bit, but barely, even at points where normally always it'd make me feel worse and I feel like a failure, even just little shit that's not a big deal. It's just not a big deal to me anymore. It also lowers the blood flow to your amygdala, which is that fight or flight response, and it's just not as active. And I noticed that for me, normally I was always kind of riddled with fear or worry or doubt, and I know for me right now, I feel that. I don't feel as fearful, not like I'm more courageous, but just not as afraid of everything, not as worried. I just feel more calm, more relaxed. So it's been good, even though I didn't sleep well. You know, I noticed that a lot of what I do is want to do kratom. I didn't use it yesterday. The day before I did, which kind of fucks up my sleep because it gives me a little bit more energy. But I know a lot of the reason why I do that is because I'm kind of struggled with opiates in the past, and it's just to feel not numb, but just I want to feel less of that, my brain going. It always felt like it was overactive, I guess, for lack of better terms. It always felt like it was thinking and worrying and afraid, and just have a lot less of that now. And so I would use different opiates or different drugs like that would just kind of help me feel more numb and more calm and more relaxed and more at peace, but it never dealt with the issue. This feels like I'm kind of going head into the issue, but not in a bad way. It's like a less abrasive way where I'm just kind of dealing with it and realizing how foolish a lot of my fears were, how they didn't really make sense. And so it's been good overall. It's been a huge help for me. Good relaxation. My mind feels a lot more calmer. I have less, not thoughts, but less thoughts all at once, so I can focus on more things, even just more awareness of what I'm doing. When I'm there, I'm more in the moment. Or when I'm driving, I can feel that I can kind of focus in and zoom in on one thing, not literally, but just zoom in on different things, when normally my mind would get overwhelmed by just, if I was trying to work, I'd be thinking about a million things, or I'd be, if I was on my computer, if there was too much, input around me, my mind got overwhelmed. Now it kind of can block out all the other bullshit and just focus on what I'm doing. So when I'm driving, I can see a car in the distance, and I'm not worried about all the other noise that normally would distract me, and just helps me function, helps me keep going. Things feel less overwhelming. They feel less intense. I guess they just feel more normal, like they should be. Like so much of this, when I was, really struggling with depression, even in the last few months, you just get overwhelmed by little shit, and it's not that big of a deal, but you can't, it's it's hard to help it. It was hard to stop that, and I feel like this has been doing a lot of that for me. So it's been good. That's day 3. Really good help. It's overall just feel, it's like a liquid, it's like a just meditation, you know, in a bite. It's pretty cool.